Highclere Castle, where Downton Abbey, the series, and now the movie were shot. And we're here to celebrate its big screen debut.
No maid, no valet, no nanny even.
It's 1927.
Pretty modern folk.
Downton Abbey is full of stars, and Highclere is, in many ways, the real star of the show.
Highclere was a character, you know, it was the main character in Downton Abbey. It played Downton Abbey very well.
It has a very specific look to it. It's kind of like compact but epic and beautiful. I mean, you've got their little areas you can sneak off to, like the Folly, where you can have a little private chat in this grand Folly.
What was it like when Highclere was chosen to be the location for Downton Abbey?
The actual production team for Downton did look all around the country and many other historic places, and of course it was a great honour for them to finally come back and make the decision to film Downton here. The design of Highclere and its shape, both externally and internally, allowed the cast to be on a great stage. The cast was just another character that lent strength to the whole story.
What? Highclere really is something. It certainly is a long way away from where I grew up in Utah. Okay, before all my Utah friends and cousins start taking to Twitter to complain, I love Utah. But I sure could get used to a house like this. I've asked Lady Fiona to give me the 50-cent tour. Wow.
Do you know how many rooms there are here?
How many?
You have to guess.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna guess 40? 30.
Between 250 and 300.
Wow, so I was way off? Okay.
I mean, we only ever really worked on 2 floors of that place, and I genuinely don't know what's... I know that there's another 2 floors of bedrooms, but I've only ever peeked in and seen one of the corridors. The place is vast.
All sorts of people have visited here, from kings to commoners, even murderers. Only kidding. That's just in Downton Abbey.
Derek, I think you might recognise this room.
Oh, absolutely. Wow, look at this place.
It was in the very first series of Downton Abbey, years ago now, I suppose, but actually it was decorated for royalty, for the Prince of Wales. It's the reign of Queen Victoria, and he was her eldest son to become Edward VII, so it was a tremendous honour having him to stay. Well, let me show you something else.
Okay.
I'm going to stay on the royal theme.
All right. Man, this place is like a maze. I'm glad I have Lady Fiona here to show me the way, or I might never find my way out.
How clever of you to find me. Well, not really. I lived here 40 years.
Everywhere you walk or sit is connected with the past.
It's about 100 years old.
This bed is 100 years old?
The mattresses. Only the bed's older.
I mean, let's just have a little...
So I probably need to replace it.
I feel like I'm ruining history right now. Reminders of the Carnarvon's past are everywhere. Did Lady Fiona say 300 rooms? Just to put that all in context, that's 168 more than the White House. So this is pretty cool. My man here, Capability Brown, was the gardener and landscape designer to all that you see here. 5,000 acres of just stunning beauty. Capability Brown, you're the man. The gardens. Well, they put Buckingham Palace in the shade. The castle is sitting on 5,000 acres of rolling countryside. Imagine a yard that size, or mowing the lawn. Everywhere you look, there's another surprise. So I guess there's some kind of secret garden around here somewhere, but oh. Well, it's not much of a secret, is it? To keep, you know, this house, this estate going, must be just, I mean, it must be a lot of work.
It is a lot of work because we have endless things to fix and repair, and I'm sure you've looked at and seen all these wonderful old buildings in the landscape here, which the British call follies, because they were a folly. They have no use, but nowadays they're an incredible cost to keep up, as well as this glorious building we're in now.
We're tenants here, we're stewards for our lifetime. You can do your best, and then at the end of the day, that's all God can ask you to do.
They've been in an extraordinary position for this estate to have been in the family for so many generations, and this has survived. This has survived by adapting to change, and one of the changes that they've taken under their wing is to acknowledge that you can make money out of having TV shows.
Downton Abbey first appeared on our screen in September 26, 2010. Who could have predicted what would happen next?
Well, none of us knew. We didn't have a crystal ball to see how popular it would become. Actually, to start with, we wondered if anybody would watch it. And then by the third one in England and the UK, we'd beaten the X Factor, so we thought we were doing all right.
Yeah, wow.
And then in America, I'd watched to see whether you switched from Super Bowl to Downton Abbey or not. And that gave me the idea of whether we might get another series or not.
People are fascinated about what happened in these houses and at that time, because while there's a hierarchy within the story, there's no hierarchy within the characters. So you know the same amount about the footman as you do about the lord of the manor, and I think that's what appeals to people.
This was a very unusual job. And those of us who've been around a bit longer told the youngsters and said, don't think this is normal. Don't think one of these is coming next year, because it won't be.
A lot of us, most of us, certainly by the end all of us realised that we were in something that was unique and special and probably wouldn't happen again in our careers.
Well, you have enough cliches to get you through the visit.
If not, I'll come to you.
Oh, here we go.
Up next, the cast of the show take us behind the scenes of the Downton Abbey movie as, spoiler alert, a very special guest comes to visit.
Blimey.